7:30. Roll call, please.
Blackstock.
Here.
Blair.
Here.
Horn.
Here.
Pat Salas.
Here.
Oda.
Here.
Town. Here. Simons.
Here. All present and accounted for. Candy, would you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, moving on to the approval of the agenda as presented. Does anybody have any additions or deletions to the agenda they'd like to add at this time? Hearing none, a motion to accept the agenda as presented would be in order.
I'll make that motion, accept the agenda as presented.
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported that we accept the agenda as presented. No further discussion. Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Next, we have the approval of the minutes of March 6, 2017. They're in your packet.
There are no additions or deletions to the minutes of March 6, 2017. I'll make a motion we accept.
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported that we approve the minutes of March 6, 2017. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to public comments. Is there anybody in the audience who'd like to talk about anything that's not on the agenda? Seeing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. We have the, excuse me, C1, March 1, 2017 Historical Commission minutes. C2 is the February 2017 St. Clair Fire Report. C3 is the February 2017 Investment Income Report. C4 is the March 8th, 2017 Park Commission minutes. And the C5 is the February 2017 Revenue and Expenditure Report.
I've got one question, it's on the St. Clair Fire Report.
Okay?
It's, there's an address on, Oak Lawn. I don't know if East China runs into part of Oak Lawn or not.
Oak Lawn or Oak?
Not Oak Lawn, but,
Oak is the border.
Oakland, whatever it is.
it's the one that comes out of St. Clair.
Yeah, that's the border where St. Clair's Oak Street.
Oakland, it's on Oakland. And I don't know if East China has anything on Oakland.
South side we do, not the north
Do
side.
we have one on the south side? It's gotta be down there by the Dairy Queen then.
Oakland or Oak?
Okay,
What page
that
is
was
it
the
on?
only
Oh, no,
question I
sure.
had.
Which page are you on, Don, do you know?
It's towards the back, it's second page from the back. It's 2034 River Road. Unless the person was from Oakland that was on it. That, they do that every once in a while.
Oakland or Oak?
Oakland. It's down at the bottom.
Well, we would have part of Oakland will be in that trailer park there too, wouldn't it?
If that, Oakland goes that far.
Well, that'd be Oakland Street there, wouldn't it?
That's the only question I have.
Okay. I'll double check that though.
I had one also about the fire. It's on incident date of 2/19/2017. It'll be the third sheet from the last one.
What?
Which one
Third
is
sheet
it?
from last.
What's the name? Or
They
address
got
or whatever you got?
Terry LaMontagne.
LaFontaine?
Terry
LaFontaine.
Lamontagne.
They got the location of the call was on Hathaway, but you got down below, and I don't know if this guy is somebody who lives in China Township, or they're saying that's the location of where they went to check for injuries.
sometimes they're at somebody's house and then they're from out of town and they have to put their name
I don't
down.
know, that's the.
Well, that could be a typo error there too. Or was this a car? That might have been a car accident, where they had to call.
This looks
Yeah,
like it was
right.
at the gas station.
The guy here up in the top for they have East China Township right there.
Yeah.
They have China down below, so it's, I don't know.
All right,
China's-
we'll find out. I'll call Joe. But when you see those in there, you should call Joe yourself.
Yeah, I didn't see it till today.
Okay.
It was already past East time to be gone.
213 Hathaway.
Oh, yeah. The other one, that's one on Zonbri, they call it China Township also. I don't know the numbers.
Yeah. All right, I'll check on both of those
You
for
need
you.
a motion to approve the consent agenda?
I just have another comment.
Yeah.
On the revenue and expenditure report, we can see that we finally have a year-end balance, and it's looking pretty good. Our sewer and water fund, Larry, looks pretty decent. I know we wanted to wait a little bit, because what we instituted last year on page 27, you can see that our sales in the sewage was $800,000. And on the page, next page right behind it, you can see the charges were $593, so we're quite a bit over on the sewer.
Good, and we'll know more after the audit, too.
Exactly. And on the water, we're at $693 for the sales, and our charges were, $582. So water's a little bit more, but the sewer looks good. But again, we wanted to wait till a year end, and I think what we did, the fees that we instituted, looks like we're right where we should be.
Okay, because that's what, we had that 6% in there from when we did the ready to serve. Thank you for bringing that out.
If there are no further questions, I'll make a motion that we approve the consent agenda as presented.
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported that we approve the consent agenda as presented. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Moving on to disbursements, we have invoices of $107,972.54. We have accounts payable of $118,898.45. We have a payroll of $9,572.26. We have a payroll direct deposit of $12,873.86. We have an EFT account of $4,544.78. And we have a tax account of $16,505.18 for a total disbursement of $570,367.07.
We'd make a motion to pay the disbursements in the amount of $570,367.07.
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported that we pay the bills in the sum of $570,367.07. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Blackstock,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Horn,
Yes.
Pat Salas.
Yes.
Huda,
Yes.
Town, yes. Simons.
Yes. Motion carries. We pay the bills. Moving on to new business, we have a MB1 is a resignation from Jerry Jones. I'll read it to you. It is with regrets that I submit my resignation from the Board of Review. I have sold my home and will be moving from this community. It has been a great experience living here since 2003 and serving East China Township since 2006. Jerry Jones. I'd like to thank Jerry. He's done a lot for the township. He's been very active. Him and his wife. His wife has worked on the beautification And Jerry's been a go-to guy. If you need something done, you could call Jerry, you know, he would be on the Board of Review. He was on, he was our code enforcer. He's done a lot, so thanks, Jerry, and wish you good luck on your future endeavors, wherever it may be. So I guess we need a motion to accept that resignation.
I'll make a motion, we accept the resignation letter of Jerry Jones from the Board of Review with regret, and perhaps we can send a note to him thanking him for his years of service.
Okay.
I'll second that, and I also want to thank Jerry Jones for, I've had the opportunity to know him for quite a long time, and he has done a lot for our township, and I wish him the best of luck wherever he may be going. Thanks, Jerry.
As a note, we did give him a letter itemizing how he served that,
Oh, you did, okay.
yes, how he served the township.
We got it, we gotta get it signed up, don't we?
It's been signed and handed to him.
Okay, all right. Okay, so we have a motion to accept the resignation of Jerry with regrets and a support. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Moving on to new business two, we put out a bid to remodel the restroom, the ladies' restroom here. It's the main bathroom here in the township hall that's used for parties and board meetings and the like. We've had a lot of problems with it over the years. I think we've got the problems addressed now, so we put it out for bid. We got 2 bids on it, so I'm going to open the bids. The first one is from Blue Water Building LLC. I can't get it open.
That's Blue Water.
It's, I'm gonna have to tear it, I guess.
Have a knife.
I ripped her. Probably ripped half his bill. I did. I didn't rip the price off. Okay, this is from Blue Water Building LLC. And the total on this is $6,495. It says here, take out existing stalls and reinstall after new floor is done, demo floor and vanity, new formica top and supports, electrician, fixtures, sink, faucet, and light fixtures, new tile floor, paint bathroom, new mirrors, build access for plumbing and paint, and dump fees.
How much was that, Larry?
$6,495. And the next one is C.R. Smith Contract and Home Maintenance. This one here says, ladies' restroom, tear out old vanity top, remove tile, floor, mirrors, lights, retile floor and ceramic tile base, install new countertops, bolt to partitions to eliminate the leg, install access door to the clean out, plumb in new sink, faucet, reconnect all lines, repaint all the walls, hang new mirror and light fixture, mirror allowance $100, light fixture allowance $100, dispose of old debris, and total labor, and this one is $7,500.
Larry, I have a question. Are we doing the gentleman's restroom also?
No, we're not at
Okay.
this time. I mean, that one's in pretty good shape, and it's, I think they've done some work on that over the years. I mean, it's, well, you must know, it's a lot
Are these-
brighter, I mean.
Larry, are these quotes pretty close to the same for everything?
Yeah, one's $64.95.
No, I'm talking about what they're going to be doing in there.
Yeah, they both, we had a bid sheet, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, something's gotta be done with them, so. We had that problem with the plumbing in there, and it's been an ongoing problem for years here. The floors have been wet, and it would just run when we had a lot of usage here, because it was leaking out of the seals out of the toilets. And once we got that addressed, but they had to knock a hole in the wall in there, so there's a big hole in the wall. underneath the vanity. It's about 3 foot, wouldn't you say it's?
So they could get to.
2.5 square.
So we're not gonna redo it's block wall, so they had to knock a hole in the block. So we're not gonna re-block it, we're gonna put a plug in there so we can have access to get in there if we have enough. But that's underneath the vanity. But there is no vanity in there, it's a countertop with a sink, and it's open underneath there. So if they build something, a door plug that'll cover that, I think it'll look fine.
Should be.
But we don't want a full vanity there, because if the floor gets wet, those vanities,
You want access there in case it leaks again.
well, that's it. We had different plumbers look at that over the last few years, and nobody could stop the leak. I mean, they even routed the sewers all the way out to Park Road here they thought it was the sewer line was plugged, but it wasn't. It was those gaskets those toilets hang on the wall, and they're
Okay.
back to back. The men's and the women's are back to back. So there's a void area in between about 2 feet, and we had no access to that.
Okay.
So it's up to you, or whatever you want to do with that. Like, say, 160, what did I say, 60?
64.95.
6,500 and 7,500.
So you got two different ones there.
Low bid.
One is Blue Water and the other is C.R. Smith. They look pretty similar to what, the big expense is doing the tile floor. That's about $3,100 on this one. Broke down.
What if we did like a laminate floor? It could look like tile, it's easy to clean, it stays very
Well,
nice.
I didn't, we'll have to change the whole bidding thing if we want to do it, because I
understand.
didn't.
Okay,
You know,
I
you're
see
the
what
first
you're
one that
saying.
said, we've got linoleum in there now, and they thought the tile would be nice.
You can get linoleum sheet vinyl that looks like tile.
Right, yeah. I don't know, we just thought we would bid out tile, so that's what we bid out. If we can take the tile off there if you want. It's up to the board. It doesn't matter to me, whatever you want to do. If you're suggesting we don't do tile, then,
Because tile, then you have to clean the grout, not that I'm opposed to doing any extra work,
How
but
does,
sheet is easy to clean.
how does these quotes fare with the budget?
well, we have money in the maintenance of the township hall. And it's a new year, so we have a whole new budget in it. I think we can afford it in the budget. I'd have to look on the line item, but I believe it's like 10,000 we got in there for the maintenance of the township hall, because we knew we had to do something with that bathroom. But I can double check that, if you want.
I wish they held that.
I should have probably had that information going in, on the township budget.
At the beginning, you might have 10 years down the road, you might.
I don't know, it's up to the board what you want to do.
No, they got the bids in. We got the money, I think.
And we tried to contact all the contractors, and then we put it in the paper, and all we got was two, so.
You wanna
No,
get it done.
you're just talking $5 difference on the bids.
You're talking $1,000 difference.
$1,000.
$1,000 difference.
Okay, right, $1,000, right.
Yeah, 65 to 75.
1,005. Yeah.
Besides
Blue Water.
Lane, because I understand that he's pretty booked up, are we going to hire a seasonal handy guy?
What's that now?
Will we be
$1,000 on
hiring
that
a
job's a lot of
seasonal
money.
handy
You're
guy
right.
that could take care of this? If he could do counters, install a new light, we could have a flooring guy come in and do flooring, might be able to do both bathrooms for that price.
Yeah, if you want to take and run with that, I'm sure the board will let you. I mean, I just tried to do with the office manager to fix the bathroom. I mean,
Sure, I
and I
understand.
talked, before I even
understand.
did this, I approached our DPW, and I asked them if they would be interested in doing this work, and he said no, at this time they couldn't do that work.
Yeah, I understand that, but I wondered if we're hiring a seasonal maintenance guy,
Well,
that
I don't know.
would do it. Okay,
I don't know if we're going to hire that person.
Okay.
I'm hoping to,
okay.
But do we have experience with Blue Water?
yes.
Yeah,
They just built the bridge. And we have experience with C.R. Smith. They did some other work.
So they're both local.
Oh,
They're both local?
both in the township. We actually tried to call all the contractors in the township to bid on it. Plus, we put it in the paper. And, I mean, I think it's a small job and it's hard to get people, and that's probably reflects the price. And I know what you're saying, yeah, if we could do it ourselves, I mean, I ask, I mean, if they don't feel they have the qualifications to do that, well then,
It's so small and so complicated that it'd be very difficult for us to contract ourselves.
If you need a motion, I'll make a motion that we, award the low bid of $64.95 to Blue Water Builders.
Support.
okay, we have a motion and a second to go with the low bid, which is Blue Water Buildings LLC, for $64.95. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Blair,
Yes.
Horn,
Yes.
Pat Salas,
Yes.
Boda,
Yes.
Town, yes. Simons,
Yes,
Blackstock,
Yes.
motion carries. We go with the low bid of $64.95.
yeah, the bids, over the pack. Bids.
Moving on to new business, item 3, wage increase to $23.76 per hour for Don Lenarski for DPW light equipment operator. Blaine that's as per the contract. Blaine's been training him, so he feels he's qualified to do the light equipment operator. That's backhoe qualified, and I'll get into that in my comments, but we need a backhoe qualified person.
Again, I don't know if the board has, I mean, I think this is more or less just an informational thing, because it is, you have to follow the union contract on this.
Correct, yep, and that
So,
is per the union
It's per the
contract.
union contract, so I think it's, well, we can still vote on it and everything, but it's something that has to happen.
Are you familiar with that, Captain? Did you-
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll make a motion that we have a wage increase for Donald Lenarski to pay grade 52 at $23.76 an hour.
I'll support.
It's been moved and supported that we increase the wages of Don Lenarski to $23.67 per hour, DPW light equipment operator. Any further discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Horn,
Yes.
Pat Salas.
Yes.
Boda,
Yes.
Town, yes. Simons,
Yes,
Blackstock,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
motion carries. Moving on to new business, item 4, Point Drive lift station quotes. You have the one in your package for the 3 in the back. We also have this other one, I guess, that Blaine got today. This is, the one in our package is discounted if they do the 2 lift stations, one on St. Clair Highway and one on Point Drive. That's what Blaine just told me. I just called him before the meeting. So it would be, he's recommended that we go with Kennedy Pump at $5,350. But if, this is on an agreement that China Township approves the St. Clair lift station, which is theirs. So if they get the 2 of them, it'll be the 53. If they don't, and we have to do ours, it's gonna be 5,700, so.
Well, what is the other bid from Hydrodynamics then? Is that for just the one?
Yes, just for ours, because I don't know what he gave them over there.
And and the one for the 2 is 50, from Kennedy is 50 what?
5,300.
Would that be 5,300 per station, or 5,300 total for both stations?
That's what I was gonna ask.
No, that's our price on our station.
So it's only for the one station?
Right, they got their, China has to approve their bid on, I don't know what theirs is.
that includes a one-year preventive maintenance
So,
inspection.
how are we supposed to make a motion on this? I mean, if we make a motion to approve the 5,300 and China turns theirs down, now ours is turned down to 5,700.
Agree.
So, I mean, you really can't make a motion until we find out what China wants to do, or they have to give us a quote to guarantee just ours,
That China-
because this hinders on China.
Well, that's what he's guaranteeing us, a quote, if it's just ours, it's 5,700.
Right, but if we approve the one for 5,300 today, and China turns theirs down, then will
we're
it come
gonna-
back to our board? It shouldn't automatically revert to the 57.
Why don't we just approve the one for Urban Drive? Not Urban Drive, excuse me, Point Drive. And
The one-
part of that motion will just state that.
The one from
the-
Point
the
Drive,
station
Kennedy
at
has
the-
got
at
an
the
extra,
hospital will-
they've got an extra bid in there of maintenance.
Just a minute, Don. Mr. Boda's talking here.
Yeah, put in the motion that we wait until the next.
There's nothing to do with the hospital.
No, I understand that. But you're talking about China Township, okay, so.
But you can make the motion
So we
provided.
just make the motion to do the one tonight and hold off tables other one until we hear back from
See,
China
this is-
Township.
You could approve the 5,300
Right, 'cause you have
provided
maintenance in it.
China
No,
Township's
They're
approved.
not a
That's what I think.
contractor.
See, they're-
They're no bids.
You lost me, Don. I'm confused. We're talking about the Point Drive lift station. It's the one we're talking about
Right, that's
today.
why I said we'd approve that one tonight.
So why don't we just approve the 5350, and if it's something different, if China doesn't approve it,
It comes back
then
to the board.
it's gonna come back anyways,
Okay.
and then we can do it.
All right.
But the only question I had is Hydrodynamics never had the chance to put on the bid for the maintenance on them pumps to come back and inspect them. So they weren't the same bids.
Okay.
That's the only question I had.
They're still at, they're at 4261, so it's only $39 cheap.
Yeah, but then they didn't have a bid, they didn't have the bid on
Right.
the.
Yeah, they wanted 4,600 to do that, so they were actually higher anyways, but like you say, Don, they didn't have the right
Well,
to.
they were 4261.12.
Oh, yeah, they were a little bit lower, weren't they? Yeah.
$40.
But again, I think our DPW Blaine says he would prefer Kennedy. So for $39, I think we should go with his recommendation.
Well, I mean, I think we learned a lesson here. I mean, and I'm not knocking jet pump, but I'm just saying they took the one pump out, they didn't even make it back to their repair shop, and we had to call and have them bring it back, because the other one quit. I mean, we can't operate like that.
No.
All right, it's up to you, is whatever you want to do.
Have you got the pump working up at the hospital from the,
I haven't talked to Blaine about that. I'm assuming he does, because I told him to just go get the bearings fixed in the motor, is what.
where did we take that? To
We
Port
took it
York?
to Port Yorn, yeah.
Okay. I know we were talking about it.
Right, we approved it up to, I haven't got the
Up to
final.
3,000 we
Yeah,
gave
and
you.
it was I don't think it was anywhere near that, but I'll report back on that on the
But
next
that's-
meeting.
That's good. If they got that pump, then they got them both in there.
But we still got to address what we got. I mean,
Oh, yes.
because they're 30 years old in there, and we got to do something
If
with them.
we're gonna have to start buying new pumps, some pumps.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what we're gonna have to be doing.
But what this is here on these lift stations that we're talking about on Point Drive is the brackets have all rusted off, and that slide those submersible pumps down, and they go down into a fit.
Yep.
And they're all pulled away from the walls and all that, so,
And he says a couple of them broken in here too.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah,
so
the
they
chain-
gotta,
The chains are all busted on them, and
right. So we're gonna make a motion then to go with Kennedy?
Still believe it should be provided China.
can
Because
put that in the
if-
motion.
If provided China approves their portion, if they do that, then it doesn't have to come back to us.
Correct.
if they do that, we get a discount.
Right, automatic.
They're automatic discounted if they do them both.
I'll make a motion that we approve Kennedy Industries to perform the work on the pump for $4,300, along with the additional one-time maintenance inspection of $1,050, providing China Township agrees to their agreement, and if not, it comes back to our board.
I'll support that.
Okay, it's been moved and supported that we go with Kennedy Pump to rebuild this Point Drive lift station for the sum of $4,300, and the $1,050 for preventative maintenance inspection while they're there, and the total price will be $5,350. That's been moved and supported, so. Is there any further discussion on that?
Again, it's contingent upon
Oh,
China
yeah, we should have the
Township.
contingent
Yeah,
of
contingent upon
China
China
Township
Township approving theirs.
Approving theirs.
If they do not approve it, it comes back to our board.
That way we get the discount.
Right.
So noted.
Okay?
That's right.
Everybody understand what we're doing? All right.
We better get it.
Roll call vote, please.
Loda,
Yes?
Town, yes. Simons,
Yes.
Blackstock,
Yes.
Blair,
Yes.
Horn,
Yes.
Pat Salas.
Yes.
Motion carries. Moving on to announcements, really don't have any. Member comments, Mr. Horn,
I don't have any tonight.
Mr.
I
Pasal,
don't have anything tonight, Larry, thank you.
Mr. Boda.
Any idea when they're gonna put that new pole in behind the hall?
No, I hope they do it soon, though.
Looks that's the way to go timber. Okay, nothing else, thank you.
Blair?
No.
Blackstock?
No.
Town. Mr. Simons, yes. I don't know if you are aware, but we had an employee that has quit in the DPW, so I guess I'm asking the board, do we want to replace that person? Do we want to, what do we want to do? I mean, it's going to take probably a month or two to replace somebody.
What's Blaine's
I-
feeling? How's Blaine?
Oh, Blaine
don't-
wants another person, yeah.
We don't call the hall and they just send someone,
No,
a candidate, I mean,
no. We never have. We never have.
but that's what unions have.
Oh.
They have a hall where they got people sitting on the bench waiting to go to work,
Um,
don't they?
We've never done it,
Oh,
and I don't know that. The union I belong to didn't have that,
I'm thinking carpenters.
yeah.
Okay.
Those are, I think those are short-time people, for like 12, 14-week jobs or something like that.
Could be.
I would say that we should get Blaine, at least one worker to replace the one that just quit. And I would also suggest that perhaps he, being Blaine, to go through the process of doing accepting the applications, conducting an interview with whomever he likes, and coming up with a pick and telling the township board. I know it's something we've discussed we might do in the future, but I know we've done it in the past, where we let the supervisor in that position handle the hiring. So that's just a suggestion. If the board wants to wait on that, that's
No,
fine,
that's,
too.
that's fine with me, because I mean, I don't want to sit on, we've always had trouble getting people to sit on these interview committees.
Are you going to advertise it again out, Larry? Are you going to, we're
We'd
not going
have
to
to
try to get
advertise.
somebody out?
Well, first we got to post it,
Yeah, 5 days.
I got to post it for 5 days here in the
Right.
township.
But we're not going to go back to the applications we had a year ago.
I
We're gonna-
wouldn't think.
No, I think we should
Gotta get new
re-advertise
ones.
it. Yeah.
Well, I got to get with Blaine and find out, now that we've got Lenarski as a backhoe operator, we could hire another laborer.
Correct.
So that would, I mean, it'd probably widen the field because it wouldn't have to have the qualifications, but. Let me talk to Blaine, and being as I'm just coming back, let me talk to Blaine, find out what he wants to do. Does he want an operator? Does he want a laborer? And then I'll bring it back at the next board meeting.
Okay.
Does that sound like I just wanted to let you know that we had a person that had to quit, so.
Now, in the meantime, if they get in a bind, he can call our sewer department or water department, we can take somebody
As soon
out.
as I got the word there, we could go Friday, I called Blaine and told him, you need somebody, you go to the sewer plant and you ask for volunteers. And then if not, you see Chuck and he'll assign somebody.
Okay, good.
So I don't think we'll have any problem.
Yeah, he did.
But we can't go with 2 people in the
No.
DPW. If we get a break or something where we gotta dig a hole, we can't be digging a hole with 2 people.
Sorry.
I think we all agree on that, it takes, I don't know if you understand it.
Yes, I
No.
do, and I support, Blaine should have the support.
Right. And So I just want to, I think the board's all on board with this, so, but I'll talk with Blaine and then we'll see where that goes.
Right, see what he needs.
Okay? With that, that's all I have. I got one other thing. We got this today. This is from the, who is it from? On March 31st, a focus group is going to have a meeting here from 10 to 11:30. It has to do with the EDA, and what they're going to be talking about is the effects the tax loss will have on the area from Detroit Edison.
Follow.
Yeah, what what the tax effect will be with the loss of taxes of the St. Clair Power Plant. And this is going to be, it says here, can you please provide me with a list of parties we discussed that should be invited? Again, they want 2 independent residents. They would like to have 2 board members. They want any elected officials that want to come, building officers, planners, chairs, co-chairs, anything that affects the township. So they're trying to have about 14 people from each township. We're including China in this too. They're going to be here for this. But it's from a Denise Horvath from the EDA, Economic Development Alliance of St. Clair County. They're asking to do it. It'll be March 31st from 10 to 11:30 here at East China Township Hall. It's a focus group meeting about DTE.
Okay, so the focus group meeting really will come down to the benefits that will become China Township and non-benefit that it is for East China. If they're not putting the plants here.
Well, they're looking at the overall county. What has happened
Well, it's
here.
just the EDA, it was done, it's not an outfit that really comes down and spends a lot of time with us.
I agree.
Never have.
Have that for the
And
minutes.
all of a sudden they come down, they want to be our hero.
Well, what has happened here, Don, is Detroit Edison has put up some money to do this study, and they've given it to the EDA. So, yes, we are not members of EDA.
Right.
China is.
But they've never been really, they've never really been involved in that township too long. I mean, the 33 years I've been here,
A little better.
I don't think they've been here twice.
Right.
But getting,
So that's all I had, so just so you know those couple of things,
I was way low.
and I'll have more to report back at the next meeting.
Never seen anybody that low.
So with that, I guess a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Nobody want to make it? I'll make it. Motion to adjourn at 8:08.
I'll support you.
It's been moved and supported that we adjourn at 8:08. Is there any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. We are adjourned. Thank you.